I'm the natural person, I'm the living man. For the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. It is not the name you have attached to this case, me. I believe that's it's a state created entity, Your Honor. And I'm not, me being a living person, I don't my name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name. So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
Yes.
We've got a wild one in court today. A sovereign citizen showed up and tried the usual routine, claiming the court has no authority over him. Classic move, right? But here's the twist. This guy clearly has no idea what he's talking about. If you're going to argue with a judge, the person whose literal job is to interpret and enforce the law, you should probably do a little research first. Watching him fumble through pseudo-legal jargon is both cringeworthy and hilarious. It's like trying to win a chess match by flipping the board and claiming you don't consent to the rules. Spoiler, it doesn't work. Anyway, let's dive in and watch this sovereign citizen crash and burn in real time. And hey, if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe for more courtroom chaos and legal face-bombs.
Good morning. 14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hillary Braley presiding. Okay, and I need you unmuted at the jail. There we go. Can I have your name, please?
For the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. I'm the natural person, I'm the living man. How we doing today, Miss Braley?
We are upright, if nothing else. So, okay. And you said your name is Thomas Styron.
The second.
The second.
And then I'm the natural person, the living man.
Okay, thank you for your patience there. We had a little bit of a kerfuffle.
No
So,
problem.
recalling case number 19S00472, that is the state of Michigan versus Thomas Ulrich Styron, the second, you said, and also calling 24W001025, that is the township of Ypsilanti, also versus Thomas Ulrich Styron. So state your name for the record.
So, for the record, my name is Thomas Styron II. It is not the name you have attached to this case is not me. I believe that's it's a state created entity, Your Honor. And I'm not, me being a living person, I don't my name is in proper punctuation. I don't have a all caps name nor
Okay, I'm going to cut you off right there.
How many crayons did this guy eat before walking into court? Seriously, if you're going to try and run the sovereign citizen script, at least understand what you're talking about. This guy's rambling about jurisdiction and throwing around random legal buzzwords like they're magic spells. You almost feel bad, almost. Watching him butcher basic legal concepts and toss out nonsense about punctuation and common law, it makes you wonder if he's ever opened a law book or if he just skimmed a Reddit thread once and called it research. And the judge? She's not having it. You can actually see her smirk a little when he starts stumbling over his own made-up legalese. It's that mix of secondhand embarrassment and, oh boy, here we go again. But wait, just hang on until you hear what the judge says at the end. Absolute gold. This one's straight up hilarious.
I don't have no sorry. I don't have no contracts with the state of Michigan at all, period. And so I was wondering about personal jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction in regards to this.
Okay. And you can continue to wonder about those at the moment. What I am doing, you have a show cause hearing on the matter ending in 472, which is the retail fraud charge. I'm showing a balance of $210 on that. And then what you're being arraigned on, that is what I am here to explain the charge against you, is a citation issued on April 2nd, 2024 at 9:24 in the evening. That charges that you operated a motor vehicle on North Ford Boulevard at or near Russell Street with no license on your person. Do you comprehend the charge against you?
I do not. I don't even own a license. I canceled my license years ago.
Okay. So what you are being charged with is operating a motor vehicle without having a license on your person. So I'm not asking if you agree with this. I'm not asking if you have a license. I'm asking if you understand the words coming out of my mouth as far as what this charge is.
The charge is accused me of
having a
not
license.
having a driver's license on my person, correct?
Correct.
Well, from my understanding, I need a driver's license if I'm in commerce. I was traveling home.
Okay.
I wasn't doing business at all. And also from my understanding, I don't need a license to do that.
And your overstanding is incorrect, sir. But we are not going to get into that.
Did this guy just snitch on himself? The charge is driving without a license, and then he volunteers that he hasn't had a license in over 2 years. Not only that, but he tries to pull the classic sovereign citizen move and says he wasn't driving. He was just traveling. Bro, you're basically handing the prosecution a gift-wrapped confession. At this point, the judge doesn't even need evidence, just a rewind button. Here's the thing, if you're caught driving without a license, your best move is definitely not to say, well, technically, I wasn't driving. That just makes you sound more guilty and more ridiculous. Honestly, does anyone know how much a driver's license even costs? It's not that deep. Follow the law, avoid court, skip jail. Simple. Now, to be fair, this guy's actually being surprisingly respectful for a sovereign citizen. But let's be honest, he's not exactly operating with a full deck here. I'm not saying he's dumb, but okay, yeah, I kind of am. What do you guys think? Is this one of the more polite SOV sits you've seen? Or just another example of someone trying to outsmart the system with zero understanding of how it actually works? Let's dive back in and see how much deeper this guy digs himself.
For now, you are saying that you have understood the words as far as not having a license on your person. It is a misdemeanor charge with a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both.
So this is under the assumption that you guys have personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction over me, right?
Yes.
So
at this time, the court is going to set a pre-trial date for you. That will be before Judge Washington.
ma'am, can we prove the jurisdiction first before we go ahead with setting a trial for that entity or a pre-trial for that entity? Yeah.
I hear you. And at this point, you are appearing in front of the court. You have put your name on the record. And yes, we are setting a pre-trial date for you.
I did put my name on the record, and my name that I put on the record is not the same name that you have attached to that case.
And you can provide documentation of such at your pre-trial date, which is going to be June 26th.
So the documentation that I have published, recorded in with, excuse me, sorry. The documentation I have published and recorded on the record, on the state of Michigan record, that says what I just told you, that I'm not who you have, that I'm not the name you have attached to that case, that's I need to bring that with me, is what you're saying? It being already recorded and on the state of Michigan records. Is that good enough?
Whatever documentation you have,
Mm-hmm.
bring it with you to your pre-trial date. That is what I am telling you, yes. So, and again, that court date, June 26th? Okay. Will be June 26th at 9 a.m. before Judge Washington. The court will enter that you are standing mute to all charges at this time.
So we're just assuming jurisdiction, though, correct?
Yes.
From my understanding, That
And
has to be proved before we even proceed with anything else. Am I wrong?
you are not correct. The court will also set a personal recognizance bond in this matter. Basically, you are promising to show up for that June 24th court date at 9 a.m. over Zoom before Judge Washington, where you will have your pretrial. Okay, so at this point, your hearings are concluded. You are free to stand up and tell the jail that you are finished.
So I need to be there under threat, duress, coercion of going to jail.
I've got to say, I absolutely loved the way this judge handled the sovereign citizen today. Sure, she let him talk a bit more than I would have liked, but she had solid control of the courtroom. She wasn't buying any of his nonsense and cut him off right when she needed to, even tossing in a few sharp, sarcastic responses to keep him on his toes. Honestly, we need more judges like her. A perfect mix of patience, authority, and sass. You could tell she wasn't even slightly intimidated, and that's exactly the kind of energy you need when dealing with someone throwing around legal jargon they don't actually understand. Now, let's talk about the whole Zoom court thing. Do you guys like it? Or do you think it kind of makes the whole process feel less serious? Personally, I think it's a bit of a joke, especially when a sovereign citizen is trying to argue their case over the internet. It's like trying to have a serious courtroom debate with someone wearing a clown nose. It just doesn't work. Zoom hearings usually end up with them talking over the judge, derailing everything, and making the whole thing feel chaotic. In-person court has way more structure, and let's be real, authority just hits different when you're standing in front of the bench instead of sitting at your kitchen table in a tinfoil hat. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more courtroom chaos and legal lunacy. Let me know what you thought of the hearing in the comments. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.